Lovely.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Larry.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, and how are you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I wish they wouldn't put these little... Now, look at this. This is just commercialism.
It tells you what kind, so when
Has
you
just-
check out, they know you're not taking
It's just gone too
a
far.
little cheapy.
No, they've got an actual little ad
I got one, too.
on here. A little ad on there. What is
have
that?
one,
It's a
too.
little
See?
cat?
See?
It's Garfield, I
Oh,
believe.
really? All I got was a lousy number.
Oh, no, but anyway, they've got, any more. Now, that's a piece of plastic. You know, if someone ate that, if you didn't see that and you baked that, that wouldn't be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Oh, we receive all sorts of stuff, and I'm
do?
supposed to open up a little package that's been sent to us.
Cool.
Probably one of the reasons they installed those extra doors. Where are they? Oh, here they are.
Here, they had
Here
to
they
put
are.
more doors in. Oh, is it ticking?
What do you suppose it is?
I hope it's,
Oh.
It's, ooh.
Should I read the letter, Miss Carol? Do this, or... Oh. See, we have great communication.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Richmond, Virginia. They love us down there. Well, maybe I better
Except
read
that
the
one
letter first,
person.
except that one finger lady.
Yeah.
Dear Larry, I have a couple of tips for you that's going to knock your socks off.
Cool.
First one, if you will fill this shaker I have enclosed
Would you like me to
with
open?
flour and sprinkle your cake pan or pans, you won't waste so much and make such a mess. Well, that's a very good idea. That's just a big old salt shaker, isn't it?
Kitchen shaker for all purpose.
For all...
plastique.
Gee, it was a shaker.
Plastique.
And when you're making cupcakes, use an ice cream scoop, and all the cake will be at the same size, and there'll be less mess and gooping it all over everything.
Yep.
So anyway, I have a good casserole recipe, but that will come later. Well,
that's a good thing.
We'll stand by the doors. Say hi to my sister over in Collinsville.
Hi. Did she say her name?
What's her name? What is that? B. Gooseloff.
Hey,
that
B.
doesn't sound right. Goosler. Gussler.
Gessler.
Gussler. Gessler.
Gessler. Let's go the whole thing off.
B. Okay.
Fabulous, thank
Hi.
you.
How you doing? I'm sorry, we really aren't allowed to do that. You know, FCC regulation number 14-3.0 and rising does not allow us to say hello to people personally on there. It's considered a personal message. You know that?
Oh,
It's true.
I'm
It's
not
against the
talking
law.
to you
It's
anymore
against the
then.
law. Well, I mean, you can talk to me. We're on the show together, Doug. Well, let's see what we're going to do today. Obviously, we have a clue.
We're halfway home.
Because we're
geez. There you go.
And because we're already doing the apples, we must have some idea. Actually, I'll be honest with you, we knew because, well, sometimes the witch lets us know in
I
advance.
know she called me last week.
Guys, how about pies?
How about pies?
And no more lies. Or Larry Bly's. And Dougie Gobbler, how about a cobbler?
Uh-huh.
That was a stretch, you know. And Doris. Ain't no rhyme for that
Okay.
that we can say on the air. So anyway, what does that mean? I don't understand. What does any of it mean?
That means we're going to do apple things.
We're going to do apple things. I'm going to do, this is the Apple Harvest Show. You know, I got to come to rehearsal sometime.
I know. We
So I know
missed
it's
you.
good. Spicy apple crisp
Sounds fabulous.
is what I'm doing.
I'm doing
Oh,
apple
wait,
dumplings.
Wait a minute. It was sent in by Tanya Harding.
No.
That's not. Tanya Hammond from Richmond, Virginia.
And I'm doing Kathy Clemens apple dumplings.
And Kathy's not real happy
No,
about
she
it.
called me and said,
And
Get out.
the very, very lovely Doris is doing a Jewish apple cake,
Hey.
which sounds very
Hey.
interesting. Sent in by Florian
tradition,
Hunkapillar.
tradition.
Ben Salem, Pennsylvania? Is that how you say it, Ben Salem? I
Sounds
guess
right.
it is. Looks like that anyway.
Sounds great.
Well, the first thing I have to do, and I'm doing it right now, is just taking some Golden Delicious, or maybe Granny Smiths. I think these are Granny Smiths, come to think of it. They all look alike to me. I'm from apple country, and apples still all look alike to me. I am going to do a little fritter. And
yum.
so anyway, what I'm doing right now is just
I
a
know.
little peeling.
This is going to be, because I'm doing the same thing, because you have to peel 4 apples, but I'm only going to make a half a recipe today because these people don't deserve the good stuff.
So does this mean that we're both going to, by the way, have the ice cream standing by in
Yeah.
the freezer? I've remembered it today. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, usually you forget that kind of thing.
I know. It says bring along some ice cream and I forget about it.
Yep.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, we're having
And
a lot of fun, aren't we?
Fortunately.
But these, I have to tell you.
Now, I'm also melting a little margarine because what's going to happen here in just a little bit
Well,
is
that's
we-
a showstopper right there.
Yeah, there you go. Perhaps we'll want to watch the margarine melt.
Yeah. It's sort of like the grass growing, isn't it?
There you go.
Oh,
Isn't that
man.
pretty exciting?
Yep.
Action shot from Andre, the
But
amazing.
Isn't it nice that we're sort of like togetherness here? I
It
think
really
I think
is
it's quite
gathered
lovely.
around the old
The
trash
old-
can.
I'm still looking for that burger I dropped last week. It would have been good, too. you know?
Well, had no one mentioned it.
Oh, we could
do
have
you
gotten-
want to see that? That's
we
what
could
an
have
apple
gotten-
looks like when you... Do you know what that's called? An apple snit.
How'd
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Did you know that? Did you ever heard that term? Maybe that's just an old Northern Virginia term. I don't know. Anyway, and you know what this is called? Oh, went to another shot. I was going to say my nose, because I noticed I was sticking in there. I don't like these little signs, these little things on these. This is irritating. But they do give you a little tab so you can tear it right off.
That would be called a tab hunter. Hey!
I'll swear. What
I
can
only
you do?
say them, I don't write them.
In case you don't know how to do this, you may as well watch. From overhead, here's what you do. You cut it into like a quarter. And you do that. And you do, watch me cut myself open in living color. There you go.
Well,
And
that would
that's
be-
it.
that would be
See,
so
isn't that nice?
attractive.
Takes a little seeds right out of there. And then I just sort of take the end of it and do that.
Wow.
And then we can,
It's because you are the apple god.
well, you know, I am from apple country.
Are you?
Winchester.
Ah.
Winchester, Virginia.
So is Miss Patsy Cline. We love
All of us up there in Northern Virginia. Apple capital of the East Coast, probably, although I think Washington State claims to be the apple capital, period.
People grow apples all over the joint.
Well, of course they do.
New York.
They're growing them outside the studio here.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. I have to raise a
That's
little
how-
extra money for TV this
To
year.
buy the doors.
Can't have no apples to sell if you don't raise them. Anyway, yeah, pay for those doors.
Yep.
Well,
So what's
I'm
new
not
with
going to
you?
do this very long. I promise you I'm
Yeah,
not.
I
Just
know.
enough
Me
so that
either.
we can get the recipe going. Perhaps we'll just bring in the Cook sisters while we're doing this.
Are they here again?
This would seem to be a very good time to do that because until we get finished peeling apples and really swing into the big exciting portion of the program, we'll take a moment out.
Circle in my circle.
Who are you?
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I told you that 14,000 times. I'm your Aunt Roxy, for heaven's sakes. Who are you?
What are you doing here?
Well, you invited me over.
Oh, yeah, I invited you because I have a tip for you.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous.
You know how to keep brown sugar from getting hard?
Nope.
Put it in the freezer.
No kidding.
Put it in the freezer.
No kidding.
Put it, oh. No kidding. I'm Tootsie Cook,
And I'm Roxy Cook.
whoever she is, and we're the Cook Sisters.
Y'all.
So a friend calls and says, you got to explain this. How can you both be Aunt so-and-so? How can you be Aunt Roxy when
We're sisters.
I don't know.
They just don't get it, do they?
It's a long story.
I mean,
it's
come on.
television.
Yeah,
Get
that's
over
right.
it. Okay. I'm going to do one more apple and I'm going to quit.
Well,
Because
I'm gonna-
all I need is enough to get
Oh,
the
gosh.
recipe put together.
These things just drive me. Oh!
Boy, I tell you, Harold has got this thing sharp. Ooh-wee.
Now,
Snap
and my
yours on
little
right
one,
off.
can I go on?
Yeah.
I have something more interesting than you peeling apples.
Please. Like opening biscuits?
Well, yeah. You get a can of crescent rolls, and we're going to flatten those little babies right out.
That's croissant rolls.
Whatever. It's not croissants, they're croissant. Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. Of course, they never tell you where the end is.
Uh-oh. There's no end to it.
You're telling me.
Or the show, I might
I'm
add.
telling you.
Now, what kind of, well, they're just crescent
They're
rolls?
just regular old, let's go to the grocery store and grab a can.
Well, now, there must be an easy way to find the end of this thing. I bet you
I found
Doris
it.
knows. She has all these little hints. Of course, she would never be caught
Dead
using
making-
anything out of a can.
know.
Goodness, no.
Oh, sorry, Larry.
What?
I sent you flying over there.
Well, did that come from you?
That was me. Sorry.
Okay. Well, they're cracking our gum. That's never a good sign
know. They
here
just-
at the old TV station.
Okay, here we
So what are you
are.
doing? You some kind of artistic thing?
I am. You know, you separate your little croissants, and then you pat them out. Isn't this clever? There you go. And you take your quarter of an apple, right there,
It
Fold.
looks unconscionably large.
Fold. Well, that's what they tell you to do.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. Fold, 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 fold. Cover the apple with your croissant roll. It's not a croissant, so don't go out and buy croissants. It's a crescent roll. And then you put them in a greased baking dish.
Greased with what, by the way?
Greased with butter.
A little butter?
A little butter.
Ooh,
know that's gotta be good, don't you?
That's got to be good. Oh.
So let's do that one again, just for sheer interest, because Larry is still peeling.
Replay. This is. I'm finishing soon here. I promise.
Fold.
Take your time.
Roll. Oh. You know, fold and roll. No, that what was that when we were in grade
No,
school?
that's not fold and roll.
What did we have to do in high school?
Drop and roll.
Oh, that's the fire thing. Then we had a duck and cover.
Duck and cover.
Duck
but,
and cover.
But the reason that you got hurt that time was because you folded and rolled.
Yes.
Whatever that means. I don't know. Anyway, how did that one do? Did that one look like the first one, Doug?
Yes, it did. Isn't it beautacious?
Boy, look at that.
Andre.
About 5 or 6 more of those and you'll have a
He
whole thing there,
doesn't
won't
care.
you?
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, you got so much junk there.
Usually I get yelled at for moving stuff. Ooh, ah.
Okay,
You
here's.
can write messages to people on the butter, too, if you want to. Go ahead, Larry.
Can I go, or I have to wash my hands?
Oh, for...
You know, I always wash my hands after I handle food. I know. Anyway.
I'm so tired.
Oh, you got to take at this point a lemon. Have you ever seen such tiny lemons in your life?
Tiny lemon.
Well, I got them on a special sale. It was a tiny lemon sale. So anyway, I'm just going to take that and I'm just going to squeeze a little of that over top these apples, just a little bit. And if you get some seeds in there, don't you worry about it.
Because you can spit them out.
You can always spit a seed out.
You can't
And the
spit
only
one
time
in.
it's going to bother you is if you have diverticulitis and shouldn't be eating the stuff anyway. There you go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into, I have equal amounts of stuff sitting in the way. Anyway, we're going to take that and put it in there. There should really be at least 2 or 3 more apples, but we're not going to survive this if I do any more apples. So we're going to take that and put it in there. It calls for actually about 4 cups. That's not quite 4 cups, but anyway. Now what we have to do is make the stuff that goes on top of it. The little lemon juice goes on that. Then 1/3 of a cup of sifted all-purpose flour, about 1/3 of a cup. Does this thing have 1/3 on it? Oh.
That's why it has a 1/3.
Well, I didn't see them. I have so much junk up here, I couldn't see it. So put that out of the way. Okay. A cup of uncooked oatmeal.
Yum.
Is that the one that has the big 1 on it? Bunch of smartowskis. May as well just have a good time with us, being humiliated down here at the old TV station.
And
A
rightly
half a
so.
cup, that's probably this one with the 1/2 on it, of brown sugar. Go ahead, somebody. Tightly packed. I think it's pretty tightly packed in there.
I'd say throw the whole
I got one of these the other day, by the way, that now has the resealable top. That's a great idea for
Except
brown sugar, because you know brown sugar always, what? Mash down the sugar. Okay.
You know, you could always
Doris
throw
is
it in the microwave and sort of chill it, you know, get it
well,
loose again.
oh, for heaven's sake. Ah, that's pretty close. Ah, it's a good thing we measured that. All righty. Well, you're going to make it crumbly anyway. It doesn't matter. Sugar is sugar, and it's all sugar anyway. A teaspoon of cinnamon goes in here.
Oops, my apple broke.
And 1/3 of a cup of butter or margarine melted. Now, what you do, I have taken a stick and melted it down over here, but I'm not going to use all of it because I used all of it on the one that I brought in today, and it wasn't crumbly. It was, do we have a, yeah.
It was crummy.
I'm going to take this and I need to mash this stuff around a little bit and pre-mix it a little bit. And this has got to be at the crumbly stage. You remember, it didn't used to appear on the crumbly stage?
I did. I was thrown off.
He was a great dancer on the crumbly stage. Okay, a little bit of that goes in there.
A long way.
Not a lot, just a little bit, because you want it to be crumbly. And probably the best thing at this point is to take a wooden spoon and diddle it around,
That's a
and
real
then
fave of mine.
what?
That crumbly topping.
Oh, it's
You know,
wonderful.
it's good on anything.
You don't want to overdo it though, because if you do, it won't stay crumbly.
Yeah. Throw it on some liver, you know, whatever.
Let's go over. I'll tell you what. Why don't you review your recipe
I'm
while
not through yet. I have to do a bit.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you finish your recipe
Okay.
while I'm.
Thank you. In a saucepan, put, well, I'll tell you when the recipe comes, but I'm doing a half. You put sugar, cinnamon, apple pie spice, and some orange juice in. And mix, mix, mix. And then we're going to cut in a stick of margarine. If you're going to do 4 apples, throw in 2 sticks of margarine. And we're going to make a little sauce and put it over and then bake. Doesn't that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
You can smell this. When I did it yesterday at home, you could, oops, you could smell this like 3 blocks down the road. Oh, shush. La, 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 la. Oh, jeez, I'm making a mess. Bly has me so nervous over here.
Can I do something?
I'm through.
Oh, I'm going to take the crumbly. So this is the crumbly stage.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You take it in your hand like that. If it doesn't stick in a big wad on the end of your hand, you know that's the crumbly stage. And you take that across and put it over there, and then you're going to stick it in the oven at 375 degrees for, well, actually until the apples are baked. It'll be about 40 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. There you go. That's what it is when it goes in. When it comes out, it kind of looks like the same thing, except a little different. So anyway, that's what it is. I'm going to go ahead and give my recipe. Is it all right? Can I do that?
Knock yourself out.
Spicy apple crisp, 4 cups of peeled and sliced cooking apples, tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/3 cup of sifted all-purpose flour, cup of uncooked oatmeal, quick or old-fashioned, 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/3 cup of butter or margarine melted. And the secret thing is, you put a big old dollop of ice cream on top of it.
How
when
can
get it all
you
heated up.
lose?
Ooh, you know that's
How
good.
can you lose?
Doris, come in here. Lovely,
She's
Doris.
gone.
Well, she's helping me out right now. She just put my
Oh,
apple
sure.
crisp.
I have to do all
Oh, you
my-
have to do your recipe?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Apple dumplings, 4 cooking apples, or crisp red delicious, 1 can crescent rolls, 2 sticks of margarine, 1 cup orange juice, 1/2 cup of sugar or sugar substitute if you do have problems, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, teaspoon apple or pumpkin pie spice, and there it is. And you bring this sauce to a boil, pour it on the dumplings, throw them in the oven at 350 until they're browned. Yum.
Okay, Doris has joined us. Hi, Doris.
How do you do?
How you doing?
Just fine.
How things going?
Fine.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Real good.
What'd you do for us today?
I had to do a Jewish apple cake. And
Hey.
it called for a Turk's head pan. I'm not too sure what that is, but it said you could also use a bundt pan, and that's what I did. And you take 6 large apples, peeled and grated, 1/2 cup of white sugar, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 3 cups of unsifted flour, 2 cups of sugar, 3 teaspoons baking powder, 1 cup of oil, 4 large eggs, 1/2 cup of pineapple juice, and 2½ teaspoons of vanilla. And what you do is you put part of your dough in the bottom of the pan, and you mix your apples. Well, you have your apples and cinnamon and everything mixed together, and then you put it halfway,
Look
and
at
it
that.
should
That is just
be
gorgeous.
throughout the cake, and then you put part of it on top. And I
Wow.
think it's pretty neat the way it came
Up, it
around. That's
sort
what
of
wasn't planned.
comes
That
up on the
just, yeah, it
sides?
just worked that way.
Yeah.
So I thought it looks
beautiful.
like, and it smelled awfully good when I took the saran wrap off.
So
it
you've
just a
not
minute
actually
ago.
tried it?
No,
So you don't know whether it's good or not?
No,
How
that's-
could it not be?
it smelled good.
Oh, wow. That
Yeah.
is just wonderful. What is this kind of oatmeal, or what is
No,
this stuff?
that's the apples. You grate
Oh.
your apples and mix it with cinnamon, and then you put half on the bottom and then half on the top.
I think you
And-
just said all
and,
that, didn't
and
you?
it all just came
Sort of making you repeat
over.
yourself.
I know,
right?
but what are you
Yeah.
doing? Coming time?
No, I just find you infinitely fascinating.
Right.
Just want to hold on to you and make you stay here as long as I can.
Okay.
So long. Okay. What we got now, but that is beautiful. That really is. You know, Doris, she takes no prisoners.
I
You
know, she gets
when
all-
she cooks, she cooks. And she
As opposed
cooks,
to us.
And she cooks, yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So anyway, my apple crisp is getting warmed up because
So's
it was
mine.
done, oh, roughly 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh.
No, not really.
Yum.
It was done a few days ago because I've been traveling a lot, Doug.
Have you?
I've been on the road constantly.
On the road
Yes,
again?
indeed. Just been on the road. Haven't had time. So I do. Are you ready to, what are you going to, you can come on in if you need to. Jack's like she's not welcome on the set.
I know. Bless her
She's
little
always
heart.
welcome on the set. There she goes. She just doesn't want us to see her standing on her little tiptoes getting out. She's gonna
You are
straighten
evil.
me out. Oh, here's the ice cream. Don't forget the ice cream.
You scream.
Very important. No, when I want it, but I gotta have something to put it in. A bowl or
I
something.
better go check mine.
Well, I'm not gonna
Oops, never
wait
mind.
for this any longer. I'm gonna take it out.
I have a feeling I didn't put mine in fast enough.
Now I'll put it on a bowl here and put some ice cream on. Now here's how you serve it. Now watch very carefully. It's an exact science. Well, it's getting the ice cream open. That's a big problem here. It's got one of those lips on it or something. Anyway, now that is just, ooh, that's steaming hot. Yes, indeed. Isn't it pretty, though? It really is quite lovely. A little bit of Niller on top.
Yum.
There we go. And one for me and one for Mr. Doug. Are you heating your stuff up now, Doug?
Yes, I is.
Alrighty, that's
And it's
encouraging.
so beautiful. You'll
Well,
see
I
when
think
I
we've
bring it
both
out.
just done extraordinary recipes, and Miss Doris's is gorgeous also. Oh, me. We'll put this back in the fridgie for the staff for later on. So they can enjoy that tomorrow. Because if Uncle Larry takes it home, he'll eat it all and weigh 50 more pounds than I did last week. What you doing, Doug?
Oh, please, leave me alone.
Doug is having a kitchen crisis, ladies and gentlemen.
it's horrible.
Doug, I'm giving you 3 minutes to get it
Okay.
straightened out, or
Here.
we're going to be in big trouble here.
Oh, I'll just bring it as it
Just
is.
bring it in. It's
But look,
ooh, look at that.
aren't those lovely? Yum-y.
Now I'm telling you, you're doing a great job here.
Oops, I'm
I
also
don't care
gonna-
what people say.
Yeah, well, you're the one who
Doing a
keeps telling me.
Fabulous job.
Oh, this could be dangerous.
Look like I'm doing a dance here. I am just dying to try this cake.
Here, come over here.
No, okay.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
look at all that goopy goodness
And of course, you want some of it, don't
slopping
you?
off the side of it there. Oh,
Ooh.
look at that.
Yummy.
Well, I'll try yours first.
Okay, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you know, this is a neat way to do this, isn't it? It's
Well,
a fast
and
way.
it's simple, and yet so bad for you.
Well, I was going to say it's like 200,000% sugar. So how
Well,
could it be
actually, it
that?
isn't. You know, it's rather small in sugar.
Is that so, really?
Yeah. And you can use sugar substitute. Ooh, let me try yours.
Well, Doris's cake tastes as good as it looks. It is absolutely wonderful. How
Yum.
the fritters?
These are great.
How's them critters?
They are so good.
They okay? Mm-hmm. Good. Actually, the apples are done and everything.
I don't get a piece of Doris's.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez, I'm stuck
I'm going as fast as I can.
eating my own.
Here you go.
Well,
Have a big old slab.
thank you. I just want to
There you
taste
go.
it because it does look fabulous.
Woo. I'm telling you, there is not a bad recipe on today's menu.
And who knew?
Well, I
We
know.
had sort of a shaky start there, you know.
Well, I think it's great.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Well, we shouldn't have any doctors around for a month at the rate we're going. We went through quite a few. What kind of apples did you use, Doris? Granny Smith's?
No, Gala.
That's what I used.
Yeah. I don't know whether
I love Galas.
I don't know. Where are they from? All over?
Yeah, I got
They're from Kroger. Oh. She loved
Wonderful.
went up there to get us.
Well, anyway, it is beautiful. And these just came out so uniformly beautiful.
aren't you
I
just
can't
duly
believe it.
impressed?
I am terribly impressed, and I'm going to sneak and get myself a little more of the,
I know.
the juice
It's really good.
to go on there, because it's
And you
mighty
can
nice.
throw ice cream on this.
You want me to get some more?
No.
Oh. I was gonna
I say you
say,
can if you want, or
First-
whipping
you
cream.
can only eat
But
so
it
much.
does say, but they're just fine plain.
Yeah.
And indeed, they are.
Well, you know, I'm just going to be so energetic and hyper with all this sugar. Now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to run on out of here right now. Bye.
We see you.